Yeah, sometimes what I do at that bottom bit, I turn the dumbbell out a little bit and then let it sit down a bit so it gets a bit of pull in there. So arms are not genetically something that I would ever, no one's ever going to call out my name and be like, oh James, your arms are like the most incredible arms on the planet. But that being said, they used to be really, really terrible. Like really terrible. I'll take that.
You got James coming in shortly.
Okay. Top 3 tips for arm growth from James Hollingshead. We're just having a discussion about what contributed to the growth from them. There's a few things. One thing is exercise selection. And what I mean by that is choose an exercise you actually do feel, not doing them just because the sake of it. You know, like a lot of people be like, oh, do barbell curls because they're a great exercise for building biceps. If you don't feel that exercise, the likelihood of it doing the job is probably not very likely, because there is a sensation required, I feel, to see some change happen in your arms. 6, 7, 8, 6, and again.
Let's go.
7, good, and again. 5, 6. Secondly, I think a good amount of volume. Don't undertrain them. When you do go into a session and you do train them, give them a good punishment.
Come on. Oh, one more. Come on. Okay.
Finish this one.
Yep. Show me. Come on. Squeeze.
Get them up.
Yes. One more. Come on in. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Big fucking arms. Come on. Come on. Squeeze. Squeeze. Squeeze.
Yes. Oh, man. I think just your body weight on that seat is give them a good punishment. You know, 3 sets, 4 exercises on bicep, 3 sets, 4 exercises on triceps. And then the final thing I would say is actually focusing on those contractions when you do train those arms. So like when you're doing a bicep curl, don't just move, you know, your forearm A to B without the thought of contracting your bicep. Think from here, don't think from here. Think about contracting your biceps. So yeah, those are my 3 points. Exercise selection, good amount of volume, and then actually thinking about the contraction you're trying to acquire. That's the same on triceps as well, guys. I will say this, triceps can probably handle a little bit more punishment than biceps. Obviously triceps are a 3-head muscle, slightly bigger, whereas the biceps are 2. So if you did 3 or 4 exercises on biceps, you'd probably get away with an additional exercise on triceps. And also the last thing I'll say, bonus tip, on triceps, don't neglect the power of a good press. A good pressing movement will go a long way.
Yeah, we're done. We'll leave now.
I'll take that, little red one.
Come on. Come on, let's go. Squeeze. Let's go.
So we're turning up to a fight. Sometimes what I do at that bottom bit, I turn the dumbbell out a little bit and then let it sit down a bit so it gets a bit of pull in there. Just
How do you usually do it? Yeah, this is the legs exercise?
No, we'll do another one.
Oh,
so when
okay.
you're like there, you get the dumbbell, you kind of like,
Yeah.
kind of twist it and then let it stretch more around here.
Yeah.
It just feels, it's that long stretch.
I never had naturally good arms, do you know what I mean, when I started, but I've done arm days on their own, or like a top up of on the back. You know, if I've done back, I'll do biceps or chest and triceps. Yeah. But the most I've seen growth in my arms recently is I do shoulders and arms. It's just intensity, but a good amount of reps. 10, 15 reps as I'm finding is a good sweet spot for me. Drop sets, good volume on the arms has really brought mine up.
One, easy.
Or it's not, you don't feel it till you get off. Yeah, when you get off, you feel it here.
Yes,
I feel like it hits a lot of this part of the tricep, so it gives you meat at the bottom by the elbow.
Yeah.
So like around here.
that's what you want for that fucking
front double bicep.
The main one, the most advice I can give is the tricep. You build a good tricep and makes your arm look fucking neat as hell. Dips, skull crushers, dumbbell skull crushers.
Would you say there's a lot of trial and error and see what works for you?
I think so. Everyone's different. Some people can pick up a dumbbell and their arms look fucking huge. Some people have to put effort in. It's dependent to the person. Find what works for you and run with it. Don't take tips from people, but also ultimately find your own way as well.
I find when you're pressing with your triceps, you're able to go a little bit further into like that fatigue. Whereas when you're extending and you're trying to think about really locking out, the minute you get tired, it feels shit. This is kind of like, I can still press, even if I'm only moving this much. I'm still getting triceps. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get down into that point where it actually stretches the head. Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
I'm actually impressed by the wrist flexibility.
Right.
That's impressive.